I'm Sherelle Walters Rodriguez, and welcome to CCPL Get Transformed. We're at a firing range today where we are featuring one of our 3D printed devices. This is a gun barrel, and the sheriff's recruits use this barrel in order to train safely. So why is this piece so important to what we're talking about? First of all, the recruits can train safely without harming themselves or someone else. Secondly, it's a partnership between two county agencies. And thirdly, it saves money.
What we're going to do is put a training barrel in and make the weapon safe.
This is the first class of recruits to use the 3D printed training gun barrel. The barrels the sheriff's department used to use were discontinued, leaving the department with few options.
I had found out one of the local retailers offered 3D printing, so I went to that local retailer, only to find out that I would have to have the information, the schematics of what we needed, and I found out that they would have to be sent to Texas. They would have to be created in Texas, shipped back. Then I would have to test them to see if they worked. And if they didn't work, I'd have to, again, send them back and tell them what needed to be corrected, which would have been a very tough challenge.
It was about that time that Deputy McWilliams learned that right across the street from the sheriff's department, he could get access to a 3D printer for free, courtesy of the Chesterfield County Public Library.
We were able to come over. I was able to talk to the technician, Ben, and he made 1 or 2 training barrels for me. We tried them out. The first 1 or 2 didn't work. We made some adjustments. The second one was almost there, but not quite there, and we made a final adjustment, and then we got a perfect product, so it works great.
The barrel is critical to training. Recruits, some who are learning to use a firearm for the first time, learn to safely work with their weapon.
We teach them how to clean the weapon, which requires you to break the weapon down. When you break the weapon down, of course you have multiple parts. One of those parts is a barrel, which is what the projectile comes out of when they pull the trigger. This training barrel replaces that metal barrel. So if you take the metal barrel out of the equation and you put the training barrel in there, again, there's no way the weapon can be fired. It allows the recruits to practice the action of the weapon without having an accidental discharge.
The recruits spend about 32 to 40 hours getting used to this gun barrel. And after that, they're out here at the shooting range where they get live round experience on how to use a weapon properly.
You think that we have X number of recruits and they're at the firing range and they're online, and a lot of them have never held the weapon before. This training barrel allows them to hold a weapon, standing next to someone that maybe has held a weapon before, but it makes the line safe for everyone. So no one accidentally gets shot, no accidental discharges. The weapon is now inert. I'm very grateful that the 3D printers were here and that everybody at the library were great with dealing with me with getting this done. I made a few trips over, and whenever I asked for Ben, he was there. It worked out great.
Now, if you're interested in using the 3D printer, it's available to you free. Visit our website at library.chesterfield.gov to find out when the makerspace is open. That's where the 3D printers are located, so that you can use them to print something that you may need. One of the groups that uses our 3D printers regularly is the Library Bots. This is a group of young people from public school, private school, and who are homeschool who come here to build robots and use other things related to what they can do on the 3D printer. Recently, they competed in the state championship. Here's more.
I mean, it really drives me to teach other students because this is my 7th year on the team. I helped found this team. Every year we get new members, and it's really exciting to see them grow. From people who really don't know a whole lot about robotics to becoming people who understand engineering and the whole process of it.
What excites us as a team is being able to make something completely from scratch, to see this robot go from a couple pieces of metal to an amazing looking robot. It's really quite invigorating and awesome to see.
It is definitely available for anybody because you can start with absolutely no knowledge of what you even want to do on the team, and you'll find something because we have so many options, and we always started off in something manageable. You don't have a lecturer, you have somebody who says to you, all right, here's the problem, how do we go and solve it? So you have to write out the math for the problem, you have to think up the ways to do it. And so you're building your creativity and your ingenuity. You learn how to apply everything you've learned in school. Being in the library and the makerspace, it not only gives us the access to tools that we need, from drill presses to 3D printers to amazing librarians, but it also gives us a place where we can get members. Being out of the library, we attract a lot of people, whether they're just walking through the library one day or they're visiting for a library event. We get to see them and we get to talk to them and say, hey, you guys want to join a robotics team?
It allows us to reach out to the community more. Instead of being stuck in a school, it allows the community at large to view STEM at their local library. So if you like to make cool art online, like, you can join robotics. If you like to build stuff with your hands, robotics is great for you. If you want to program like video games and stuff, robotics is a great first step for that.
The library bots are an integral part of the library. The team is sponsored in part by the Friends of Chesterfield County Public Library. They joined us at Comic-Con, and this year's Comic-Con was a great success. It honored the comic genius of Stan Lee, creator of the Marvel Heroes. The library bots will also join us at Maker Expo. The event will be held here at Central Library in early June. Visit us at library.chesterfield.gov to get the details. We're looking forward to seeing you here at Maker Expo. Now, Central is also home to GED Foundations. It's a multi-level series of classes that help people who are trying to improve their reading skills or some other skills. If you'd like to take advantage of that, we encourage you to visit our website at library.chesterfield.gov. We have some other things on our website that you might be interested in. We have a series of databases. One of our staff is taking advantage of Rocket Languages.
Nathan is developmentally delayed. He's 17 months, he's about 10 months of age developmental-wise, and he has a weakened immune system from hospital stays early in his life and not speaking yet. He's nonverbal. There's a lot of ways that the library does help him. One of the ways is social interaction, and the tricky part of that is we have to control it because of his immune system. We want him to interact with children, but we also have to be careful who he interacts with, because anytime he gets sick, he ends up in the hospital fighting for his life. Because Nathan is nonverbal, we are learning American Sign Language. The library has what's called ASL chat at LaPrade Library, as well as a story time that's sign language based. We also have what's Rocket Languages, which is a digital resource where you can learn all kinds of languages. American Sign Language is one of those. And that's more based for my wife and I to learn American Sign Language so that we can teach it and interact with our son. We really feel like we'd be in the dark without Rocket Languages, the app, because we actually downloaded the app onto our phones, so we'll sit there together and go through the modules and the lessons. Watching our son struggle is very emotional. Our 3-year-old daughter is actually at a 4-year-old intelligence level, maybe 4.5-year-old intelligence level. Having a son who's the opposite has been a real challenge for us, and not everybody understands it. My wife says one of the big comforts for her is when we come to the library, nobody looks at us like they're sorry, and just that welcoming atmosphere has meant so much to us, no matter which library branch we go to, what program we attend. You know, we feel like we can just be parents. We've been researching our children's health issues, and we don't have internet at home to save money, so we will come here and research while the kids are playing, so it's informative as well as educational. I don't know where we would be without the library.
If you would like to know more about the programs and the other information that we just talked about in that last piece, you can visit our website at library.chesterfield.gov or go to our Loud and Clear magazine, which is on stands now. Well, it's you that makes all of this possible, and we want to thank you for coming out and supporting us during Black History Month and supporting our very popular murder mystery event. So why are we here at Pocahontas State Park? Well, it's because of these backpacks. You can get these backpacks at any of our 10 libraries, and they will allow you to get into any Virginia State Park free. Here's more.
It started actually from an idea that a woman at the Library of Virginia had. And she had the opportunity for some grant money, and she had just this idea that people could go to the library, check out a pack, and take it to state parks or even their own backyard and investigate nature more. She was really interested in finding outdoor activities in addition to the studious and library reading activities that the library provokes to get children outdoors and engaged. And so she came to me with that idea, and I was just thrilled with the idea. So we decided to partner with her. We also got the Science Museum of Virginia involved. They've worked on some of the activities with us, and they also got the volunteers to help put the backpacks together. So we came up with a list of items for the backpack, and we actually include them. This is the backpack that you can check out of the library. And there's a list in there, and it actually, we list all our partners, and including the Institute of Museum and Library Services, which is where the grant funding came for this. And we have activities that suggest ways that you can get your child involved in doing things in the outdoors. And there's some specific ones. These are some of the ones that the Science Museum came up with. So it's really a great tool. And there's all kinds of neat things like a dip net so that you can just dip it in the water and examine all of the micro creatures that you pull up. And then we have all kinds of different pocket nature guides, bugs, trees, birds, everything that you could possibly need to help you identify things that you find in nature. A creature keeper that you can open it up and put any insects in and examine them and then let them go. The really cool thing that was part of our partnership on this, in addition to pulling the stuff in the packs together, was that we provide a pass to get into our state parks at no cost. And so however long your library lets you check it out for, you have that. You can explore as many parks as you can get to. Right now we have 2 different sets of backpacks. One of them was like a survival type, and then this pack. And so we're trying to get a way to combine the 2 of them. So we want to make it easier for the libraries to participate too. We are getting ready to expand the program. We have some more grant money. We're going to buy some more guts and get some more backpacks out to libraries that might need more. Well, Pocahontas is an incredible resource for Chesterfield County, and there's a woman out there now who's with what we call the Caterpillar Club, which are preschool age kids that come out on a regular basis for various activities. And we also had a field trip from a school today. So we have several staff working out here to provide that programming level, probably more at this park than any of our others. This place is really busy. We have an incredible nature center and visitor center here with some great exhibits, so definitely it's worth coming out here, and we keep this facility open every day. All kinds of studies are showing how valuable being out time in nature is for children and adults, and making them more healthy because of exercise, but also mentally and spiritually healthy, that you're just connecting with the outdoors.
So as you can see, learning can take place anywhere, and Chesterfield County Public Library is excited to be able to facilitate that effort. So if you'd like to know more about the backpack program, you can visit any of our 10 libraries in Chesterfield County, or you can visit us online at library.chesterfield.gov. Now, speaking of learning, CCPL is preparing for this year's Summer Learning 2019, and we're excited to present to you this year's theme, Share Your World. What's that all about? Well, you're going to have the opportunity to learn about other cultures and to explore your world where you are outside of a building, such as Pocahontas State Park. So we encourage you to visit our website to keep up with what's going on there, or you can follow us on our social media platforms. We'll have plenty of information available for you about Share Your World. So we're looking forward to seeing you in our libraries this summer. Thanks for joining us on this edition of CCPL Get Transformed. I'm Sherelle Walters Rodriguez.